Hi, welcome to a live road. Today I would like to show you a very interesting product I've come across recently. These are Vibram 5 fingers minimalistic running shoes that are supposed to bring you to barefoot running or walking as close as possible. At the beginning, I would like to point out that I'm not associated with the Vibram company. This is not an advertising video. I was not given these shoes for free. I paid with my own money, so I will try to be the least biased in this review and testing. And now let's take a closer look at the shoes themselves. The model I will be testing in this video series is called ELX, and this is described as very suitable for the hot part of the year. It's very light, it's very thin, it has kind of a mesh material on it, so it helps the ventilation of your feet. Now the shoe itself is very flexible. You can bend it, squeeze it any way you want, and it will always keep its shape. But the main difference you can notice right away, and as the name says itself, while wearing Vibram 5 fingers, your toes will be separated from each other. So why would you even consider wearing those weird looking shoes when all around you have all sorts of perfectly good running, walking, trekking shoes from different companies which are advertised also as minimalistic, very lightweight and very comfortable? Well, for me the answer is pretty easy. It's just because it's more natural. Like when you think of for how long humans have been using shoes, and especially the synthetic shoes, I mean synthetic soles of the shoe, and how much time we spent running barefoot or with just some kind of leather on our feet. Also, there are numerous studies which show that feet, being foundation of our body, are very important. They carry all our weight every day, and there are many receptors there, many muscles, which by wearing traditional shoes we haven't used for a long time. Also, by wearing shoes which separate your toes from each other, you provide your feet the opportunity to move more naturally and to gain more balance, because basically that's what our toes are responsible for. For me, that reasoning felt like quite logical, so I decided just to buy one pair, actually two pairs, because we are testing this along with my girlfriend, so we'll have two opinions within one test, and we'll just try it out. We'll just try it out in normal circumstances. We're not gonna do any extreme stuff. We'll see how it goes. Now, when you first try to put on Vibram 5 fingers, it's not really that easy. That's because our toes are not used to being separated if you don't walk barefoot a lot. So putting every one of them in each spot is quite a hassle in the beginning. That's why I decided to buy a pair of 5-finger socks along with my shoes, and I really have to say that this is helping, because even though they are very thin, they separate the toes a little bit, and it makes putting on the shoes a little bit easier. Second thing I would advise you to do is to not try put all of the toes at the same time. Just work your way from the biggest toe to your pinky, putting and aligning each one of them one at a time. When you manage to put all your toes in their respective pockets, it's time to put the rest of the shoe on your heel, and pretty much you are done. I also advise you to stick your finger between your toes, so you help the material align a little better between, and the whole feeling will be more natural and your feet will be nicely wrapped with the Vibram 5-finger shoe. In the end, it's good to wiggle your toes a little bit to help the material align with the natural movement of your toes, and pretty much we are set and we are good to set off on our first walk. Now, many reviews and producers themselves advise that you don't stress your feet too much when you first start using those shoes and you are not used to this kind of footwear. And just take it easy. I, for example, went for around 30-minute walk and it was completely fine for me. I felt some discomfort in the beginning. I felt some muscles on my feet working, which I didn't feel before. So, as I said, take it easy. So for me, the first impression about these shoes was quite okay. It wasn't like a very surprising revelation like God sent shoes that make me feel like flying. No, nothing like this. I simply felt the ground beneath me, every little rock I could feel, and it was nice that there's this kind of connection. You start to feel that you are walking on the ground. You simply start thinking about it, that you're walking, which I don't normally do. I haven't normally done with the regular shoes. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that Vibram 5 fingers make me aware of the fact that I'm walking and make me kind of enjoy walking itself, which I really have never thought about. And it's nice. It's a nice feeling, and maybe I'm a little bit overreacting because I was quite excited about this product, but it's just a first impression. It is what it is. While reading many reviews about those shoes before I even considered buying them, I met an opinion that those shoes look ugly for many people. Well, this is very strange for me because they look more natural than the regular shoes. I know that we are used to regular shoes, but let's face it, we have toes. They haven't dissolved over the centuries, so they are still important. And I guess the look of the shoe, which presents your toes, is quite okay. For me, they are not ugly. The model that I have, the ELX in black, and also the other pair that my girlfriend uses in nice purple color, they look very fine. And I think if someone puts their image, their look before their health and then their well-being, well, that's their choice. I'm not gonna be bothered by this. I like the shoes. I like how they look. I like how they feel. That's it. So I have to say that after my first walk, the part of my feet that I was feeling the most were my heels, and I guess this is kind of understandable because of the regular shoes, which have the most amortization around your heel, so it's not used to stepping against a hard surface. So they hurt me a little bit, but only while I was walking. When I came back home and when I took the shoes off, I rubbed my feet a little bit. It was all good, and I didn't have any soreness in the muscles or soreness of skin the next day. I haven't noticed any blisters starting to form, so nothing like this. But as I said, it was only a 30-minute walk. I tried to take it easy, but I will surely report on the progress of using Vibram 5 fingers in next videos. So I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find it useful, and I hope you consider buying Vibram 5 fingers, because I think it's worth giving them a shot. I will surely be documenting the progress of using those shoes, and I will tell you all about the advantages and disadvantages, in my opinion, of course, of using this kind of product. I will also be testing very different sports survival gear on my channel, but I will talk all about this in a separate video. So thank you very much again, and take care.